Hello everybody, welcome back to TTTV. This is Commentator's Corner for the Hungarian Grand Prix. If you didn't watch the race, please go back and watch it. That was such an intense battle for the lead of the race, all the way to the checkered flag pretty much. Really enjoyed it, fantastic race to watch. And after all that, we've only got the one driver to speak to tonight, and that is Spike. So Spike, fourth place in this one, having qualified third. Are you happy with your result today?
I'm very happy with the way I drove. Um, as always, when you start third, you don't want to finish fourth or lower. But considering tyres and pad, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, just talk to us about that start then, because it looked a little hectic. You had the virtual safety car. Just talk us through it.
Yeah, I think I got the best start of everyone. I was around the outside into turn one. And Squeezy said, "Nah, mate, you're not going around the outside," and Julie closed the door, so that's fine. And then Blizzard obviously got a good exit, and we were sort of vying through turn two, and then through turn three, he gave me a little side swipe, but no damage, so it didn't matter, to be honest. He already had the position anyway, so just a little bit of contact.
And talking through the race then, you obviously had that little bit of pressure from Ollie towards the end of the race, but it looks like he lost the car. Did you see what happened there?
No, no, honestly, I didn't. Yeah, you say a little bit of pressure. It was, I don't know, about 15 laps of pressure, I think. There was a bit of a strange one because Lambo came out the pits right in front of me, and into turn two, he couldn't decide which side of the road he wanted, and I nearly went into the back of him, but just about sort of managed to gather the car up and missed it. Didn't hit him, so that was good. But then obviously I was wide and got dirt on my tyres, so the rest of that lap was pretty hectic. Um, and then I think Ollie went for a move into the chicane, the top of the hill, and I gave him some space, but of course there isn't really room for two cars through there, so I had to jump the chicane, and I just let him back through because I basically kept the position by going off the track, so I let him through, and then he let me back through later in the lap. So I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, and that basically then led to like I said, the 12 laps of strong pressure, and I didn't see what happened. I saw a yellow flag come up, but I thought that was a car ahead of me, so I just didn't even notice until I think maybe a lap or so later when I looked up and it said the Gort was behind me, so that was okay.
Yes, because I did wonder what happened on the stream. I thought you might have had front wing damage, but now that makes sense, because I wondered why you two were just sort of letting each other through, slowing up, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why he let me back through. Perhaps I don't know. I'm not really sure on that one because, to be fair, once I'd let him back, once I let him back through, I expected him just to go, but he let me back through, so yeah, not exactly sure what went on there.
So fourth place then, it's a respectable score to add to your tally this season, and obviously we're past the halfway point in the season. Where are you targeting to finish by the end of it?
Oh, just what I said before. Just trying to do the best races. On tracks where I can push hard. I mean, today was good. I mean, the softs weren't too great for me. They overhit reasonably quickly, but I was able to bring them back. But it just meant having a lap or so of just literally babysitting them. But the mediums were much better, and I still had to conserve a little bit, but at least I could push on a few laps, and I set my fastest lap on the last lap, so that's pretty good. But yeah, going forward the rest of the season, yeah, just looking for, I would say wins, but I think a few people have jumped even further ahead now, so I can't quite live with the alien that is Blizzard and the wheel users. I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, Blizzard with his sixth win of the season. Do you see him going on to win the entire thing? He's won half the season already.
Oh yeah, I mean you just look at his lap times on time trial. He's always nearly in the top 10 in every racetrack, so he's obviously got something very going on that's really good. So. Um, But I mean, I think like I said, the second stint on the mediums was really good because I held Lambo. Lambo was ahead, and the gap between us stayed at about 10.5 seconds all the way to the end. And if he'd got one more penalty, I would have jumped him on penalties because I was very pleased with myself for not getting any penalties. So
Yeah, if Andy was here tonight, you would have got his trophy, but he wasn't, so you don't.
I think
I'm
Mays. I
afraid.
think Mays did as well. Mays is very good at not getting penalties, so I don't think he did either. And
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to Mays. It was a great qualifying lap. I made a large mistake in the second to last corner, which probably cost me at least 2 or 3 tenths. But yeah, nice one for getting on the front row. That was a good lap.
So let's switch our focus then to the next round, which for I think 99% of the drivers is their favourite. It's Spa-Francorchamps. How do you rate it?
I like it. It's not my favourite. I'm probably the 1%. Monza, as I've always said, is my favourite track. But Spa is very good fun. It's challenging, tricky. Rouge and Radion on the pad. I tend to find I have to run quite a neutral weight distribution just to get through, there without, because you get a tank slapper at high speed on the pad. I mean, some people are probably better than me at recovering slides, but I always wouldn't bring it back, so I'd end up in the barriers. So I run quite a neutral weight distribution for that one. And in fact, tonight I had a couple of proper swappers touching the curb through turn 6, the right hander before the chicane at the top of the hill. And I had a proper full-blown sideways moment at one point, so gathered it up though. So.
Yeah, so going through Eau Rouge and Radion, right at the top of Radion, you can lose the back end quite violently, and once you've gone from that, you're straight to the scene of the accident, possibly retiring from the race. How do you keep your cool, especially on lap 1, to not spin up those rear tyres coming up the hill?
First lap is, I don't know, depends on the position where you are and who you're battling and etc. etc. But I generally just I just basically blend out the throttle on the first lap, and then once the tyres are up to temperature, then it's used flat after that. But just the first lap, I generally just blend a little bit just to stop the back end from going.
And are you thinking going too wide through Eau Rouge and Radion? Bit of Mark Webber?
Mark Webber and Alonso. It'll probably happen because it's always a hectic start, especially with the hair, obviously with those hairpins. So yeah, it'll be interesting.
And obviously, if you're going too wide through Eau Rouge and then through Radion, you've got to have a lot of trust in the other driver, surely.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's generally is stop. Like tonight was good. Like I said, it was a bit Squeezy was perfectly entitled to take the racing line out of turn 1, so got no qualms of that. And then the blizzard thing was just. I don't know. It didn't really matter. It was only a tap, and like I said, there was no damage. So generally, racing all those boys is always, always a pleasure and good laugh. So.
Well then, thank you. Thank you for talking to us, Spike. Congratulations on P4. We hope to see you on Thursday for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Awesome, mate. Good job as always.
It's always a good job, but my life is made so much easier when there's so much battling going on to make it a great race. All I have to do is just say what's happening. It's all right.
I did hear you say on the stream that you missed my qualifying lap, which I'm disappointed.
I did do that, yeah. But
my medium one anyway.
Would it really be me if I missed something you did on stream?
No. To be honest, if you had a battle at the front, I mean, I was thinking to myself, maybe me and Ollie have got a decent amount of time because we're battling for a while. But no, obviously, if there was a good battle for the lead, then you could be watching that
one. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, Spike, and we look forward to seeing you at the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yep, cheers, nice one.
And lots of things happening in terms of TTTV. Obviously, on Thursday we have the Belgian Grand Prix for the F1 series. Obviously, Blizzard's extended his lead at the top once again. Can he make it 7 out of 13? You'll have to tune in on Thursday with me and Andy to find out about that one. Then on Friday, it's TTFL with Steph in the box. They're heading to the USA Grand Prix in Kota. And Hamilton really has an unassailable lead. I'm just looking at the standings now. It's quite incredible. But it's all to play for them. And also for TTFL Season 4 driving seats are open. So if you want to go and drive there, it's Fridays 8 p.m. UK with a revised calendar, 11 rounds. Go and follow at TTFL. TTFL _ F1. Go and follow them on Twitter, and you will be able to sign up there and see the calendar for yourself. And then on Sunday, it's TTL F2. Same calendar as the F1 series, of course. We'll have the Hungarian and Belgian Grand Prix on exactly the same night, 2 25% races. From myself, then. It's been a fantastic race. They say it's Monaco without the barriers, but we had a bit more overtaking than Monaco, so I'll happily take that. So the Belgian Grand Prix next, one of my favourites, a duel on the calendar, and a fantastic race to win if you can do it. Until then, I've been Kieran McGinley. You've been watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.